Welcome back everybody, Green Assassin here for part 3 of my crash landing tutorial on automated water, charcoal, and wood. Hopefully this will be the last part of this tutorial. Got a lot of stuff to cover in this last little bit, so let's get to it. Last episode we did the making water and the charcoal. If you missed it, I recommend going back and watching it. Other than that, let's get started right away. We're going to create another group right here. We're going to call this group Power. And this is probably going to be one of the more complex programs that I do in this one, just because I like to do this one a certain way. So we're going to create our node. We're just going to put it up at the top. We're going to go back and we're going to connect it quickly, so that way we can see if it's working as we're going along. So first thing after the node, I'm going to want to create an input. And this input is going to be to basically pull all charcoal out of the barrel. So I'm going to select show variables, and I'm going to select the variable for charcoal. I'm going to target the bottom, activate, and I'm going to whitelist charcoal just to make sure. And our input is done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a flow. I'm going to put it underneath my input. Just move that up a little bit, and we're going to put it right about there. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to change the connections to split 5 outputs. I'm not going to need them all for this program, I don't think, but it'll also leave me room to expand it if you, or leave you guys room to expand it if you want to put more generators on this system. I'm going to do this one a little bit different than the last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another command group here. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go, I'm not going to name it, you guys can name it if you want. But basically it's just going to have another node with a flow. And I'm going to split the flow connection to 5 outputs. No, I'm going to split it to 2, sorry. I only need 2 for this. So now I'm going to create 2 outputs. I'm going to put one over here. And I'm going to put one here. And the reason I'm creating 2 for this is because with my generators, I don't want to overload them with charcoal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first generator. And I'm going to target the bottom, activate. And then in here, we're going to whitelist charcoal. We'll select it, and then we're going to right click on it, and I'm going to specify the amount, and I'm just going to default it to 1. And then I'm going to close that, and then we're going to open this one, and we're just basically going to do the same thing for it. Activate the bottom, whitelist charcoal, specify amount, and we'll leave it at default 1. So basically what this is going to do is the command is going to, or the trigger is going to run through the node. It's going to go into the input. It's going to tell it, okay, I need some charcoal. It's going to put it into the flow. And it's going to split it off. And I'm going to have 3 groups. Each group is going to contain 2 of the generators. So it's going to split it into this one. And it's going to go into this group to connect all this stuff. And then it's going to flow through this node into this flow. And then to each of this output. And this was the only way I could really come up with of only placing 1 piece of charcoal in each of these generators. When I tried selecting all of it, it would fill one of these generators completely up and then start working on the next one and just keep filling them and filling them, even if I specified the amount that I only wanted 1 in each generator. So that is why I'm doing it this way. So basically I showed you how to do the one. I'm just going to quickly cut the recording and I'm going to go through and do the other two groups that I want on this flow, and I'll come back with you guys when it's done. Okay, I'm back and I've got these two set up the exact same as the one before. I haven't connected them to this flow yet. So if we look, our first two generators have coal in them and then the rest of them don't. So now if we go through and we hook this one up and this one up, and then we go and take a look at our generators again, we'll see that there's one coal in it, plus it's already burning one. So now we know that it worked. How many did I do? 2, 4, 6. That was only 6 of them. Apparently I forgot to do an extra one. So you guys pretty much get the gist of it. For how many ever generators you have, you just kind of hook up a group for each one of them, or not each one of them. You can split them up however you want. Like I could have split it up into 4 and had one of these groups do 4 outputs instead of just 2. I just went with 2 because it was easier. So we'll just quickly do another node, but I gotta figure out which 2 generators did not get hooked up. So the first 2, the next 2, and then yeah, I didn't make a group for those 2. So let's see if we can quickly figure this out in here. We'll split this 2 ways. We'll create our 2 outputs. And then, yeah, just same thing. Inventory, you come through and you find which generators they are. So I'm guessing I'm missing that one. Target the downside, activate items, charcoal, specify amount will be 1. And then hit this little go back button to go back here and we'll whitelist that. And then in this one, same thing. We'll just go down and find the generator that I missed, which I think is that one. Target the down. Whitelist. Charcoal. And specify mount 1. Oh, I gotta quit doing that. And then just hook them up to their little knob things sticking out of the different flows. Go back and connect this, and then if we take a look, these 2 generators now have charcoal in them. So that's the power group. That one's all done now. So we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna create another group, and this one is gonna be for the creation of dirt. So this one's gonna be fairly easy. Just create a node, put it up here. We'll go back. Rename this one making dirt, and then we'll connect it like so. Save that, go back in. Now this one is only gonna need an input and output times 2, so if you want, you can do this a different way, where you just go like so, and then we're gonna select. We're gonna, for the first input, we're gonna select the vines variable, target the bottom, activate. I'm gonna whitelist vines just to make sure that's what's getting put in there, because I don't want leaves and whatnot going in there, because the leaves are rather transposed to water. The output is going to be the variable for the dirt barrels that we set up for the X-Nilo barrels. I'm going to target the upside of those, because usually when you hook the pipes or hoppers up to them, you drop them in through the top. And I'm not going to whitelist anything there. So we can hook this up like this now and directly to the node. And if we take a look, we have vines being added to the barrels. So the next thing you can do is, let me just make that look a little neater. To get it out, we can create another input, and this input is going to select the variable for the dirt barrels. It is going to target the downside and it's going to activate. And in here we're going to whitelist dirt, even though that's the only thing that's ever going to be in that barrel to be pulled out. I'm still going to whitelist it. And then we're going to create another output, and we're going to go inventories, and we're going to find the variable I set up for dirt, and we're going to target the bottom of it and activate, and I'm just going to leave that on blacklist because that should be fine. And we're going to put it underneath the input and connect it up, and you see the dirt disappear and it goes into the barrel. So that one was really easy, simple. You can put a flow to split this if you want. I just figured I'd show a different way of doing it. You don't have to use flows. I just like to because it keeps everything a little bit neater. So anyways, let's go back. We're going to make our last group, which is going to be called replanting. And basically all this one's gonna do is just take the saplings out of the barrel and put them into the planter. So we're gonna want to create a node and then an input. And the input is going to target the variable for saplings, target the bottom of it, and whitelist saplings. And make sure you select whatever sapling you're using. I'm using junglewood, so I select the junglewood one. We're going to close that, and then we're going to create an output. We're going to put that one underneath that, and in this one we're going to select inventories. We're going to scroll through here and we're going to find our planter. We're going to target the bottom of it. I don't think it really matters, but that's where my inventory cable is connected to. And then in here I am also going to whitelist saplings again, just to make sure that's what's going in there. And then I'm also going to specify amount. I'm going to put this up to 10. So that way we'll always have at least 10 saplings in the planter. So it'll ensure that it will plant 9 of them when it's able to. And then any extra saplings will go back in, or be in the barrel if you need them for other stuff. So let's quickly connect this up and see what happens. Go back out here, and we'll connect this up to this, and we are planting saplings, and there are 10 saplings in the planter. So now, like I said, your trees will probably grow faster than what you will get saplings from the fluid transposer then. So if you want, you can set up another farm just to get you saplings and have it pump into this system too. I'm happy with this. It'll grow a tree whenever it can and take it down and transpose it and fill the drums as needed. I'm sure that'll be enough water to survive on this map pack. The one that I have in my Let's Play seems to be working pretty good so far. If we just take a quick look at this energy cell, it's pretty much out of power. It's got a little bit left in it. Doesn't seem to be going up or down. So it's kind of holding steady, but if the harvester cuts down a tree, it's going to use up some of that reserve power. And I doubt it will fill if this transposer's going off. Yeah, like I said, you can add more generators to it if you want. I don't know exactly how much power this harvester takes. I'm sure a little bit of research on Google, you'd be able to figure out how much it uses. I just know it's a buttload. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys found it informative. If you liked it, please leave me a like. It really helps me out. If you want to know when I have new episodes uploaded to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. YouTube has a notification system that will notify you when I've uploaded new videos. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.